The majority of individuals seem to get up and right off the bat they start mulling over their problems. These problems have links to some memories, which are further tied to people and things. A similar concern to a faulty tape recorder which plays the same song continuously, is your brain. In that case, if your brain is a record of the past, then the very moment you get up, you find yourself going back to the past. Each recollection comes with its own feeling, and when you think about a problem, it is like you are experiencing the pain again. The way you think and feel, your state of being, which is nothing but your character. If your state of being is based on the past, then the future will be the same as the past. To illustrate, an incident made you furious yesterday. You get up thinking about it as your brain is emotional and feel it all over again. If you do that for a week, getting bad mood is very likely. If you keep going long enough, then anger will be a part of your character. Your thoughts are the only factors to your destiny. When you're stuck in a loop of past thoughts, you'll keep on creating the same life you absolutely detest. And here is how it goes: you wake up, take your phone, and browse Instagram, WhatsApp, and the news. You finally connect to all that you know about your life. Then you perform habitual actions. Getting out of bed, going to the bathroom, making coffee in your favorite mug, showering, dressing, driving to work and the like. You meet the same people who always trigger the same emotions. It is the algorithm that runs your life. You lost control of your free will due to the algorithm that runs your mind. 95% of who we are by the age of 35 is a memorized set of behaviors, emotional reactions, and beliefs. It works just like the program. So, with your 5% conscious mind, you claim to be happy and healthy, but your body is controlled by another program. You know what? You take an average man and let him box with an Olympic powerlifter. It is no wonder that you cannot change anything. How does one start with making changes? One must move past the analytical mind. The difference between the conscious and the subconscious mind is the analytical mind. And here comes meditation. With meditation, one can reduce his brain waves to the level she can access the operating system and make basic changes. Most people tend to wait for something negative to occur before making changes. Joe Dispenza's teaching is, why wait for the bad things to happen? We can learn out of suffering or joy. People operate in survival mode, expecting only the worst scenario to occur. It means that we look on the endless menu of scenarios and choose the worst one. With every reminder of the negative experience, we create the same chemical reactions as if it is happening to us. Our body is not aware of the difference, it perceives it as real happening. The body is not thrilled when you make such a choice and embrace change. For the body, the state of guilt and suffering is more comfortable since it is predictable. But the unknown is something that terrifies the body. It understands that once you create a new future for yourself, the old body dies and it will do everything possible to prevent you from doing it. That is exactly the reason why as soon as you start meditating, your nose starts itching, you think of your pending task or you get a memory from 20 years ago. The unknown is the best place to design your future, and the simplest way to enter it is by way of meditation. Once you have gone into deep meditation, you can begin designing your future. Mental practice of your desires is the best way to design your future. The brain has no way to distinguish between imagination and reality. What is really difficult is teaching your body, emotionally, how your future will feel before you actually experience it. This cannot be done just by imagining because you must feel it with your body. Thoughts may be said to be the language of the brain while feelings are the language of the body. It is feelings alone through which your body knows your mind. The instant you begin to feel the feelings of your thoughts, you connect to the internet and begin to download your future. Now there is no need to wait for success to feel successful, nor to wait for wealth to feel abundant. In the quantum model, when you begin to feel abundant, you generate wealth. You become the creator of your future instead of being the victim of your past. You have 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day, and 90% of them are the same as the day before. If these thoughts shape your destiny, your life cannot change, as the same thoughts will result in the same choices, behaviors, and experiences. The word meditation translates into English as, to become familiar with. In becoming familiar with the thoughts of the old self, you do not give any impact to those thoughts. You begin forming new thoughts and conditioning the body into a new emotional state. Forming a new self is like growing a garden. First, you need to clean the area from the weeds and stones, prepare the soil, and then plant the new plants. Forming your body to meditate is like training a wild dog. He will run away from you, but you need to catch him and bring back. However, once your willpower is stronger than the program, your body yields to your will and frees you from the chains of your past. Through repetition, your future reality turns into the present one.